Hey everyone, how's it going? Elliot here and welcome back to the Retro Future. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the GameKids Advance. You know, that popular console that existed... Wait a minute. GameKids? That's right, a company back in the early 2000s decided it would be a good idea to capitalize off of Nintendo's very popular handheld console, the Game Boy, specifically the Game Boy Advance, or in this case, the GameKids Advance. I bought this for £50 off of a guy on Instagram called Game Boy Grey. This is very unique. I've actually not seen any of them ever for sale on eBay. It kind of looks like it's in a cereal box, which is quite cool. But you can see here, they have made it look very similar to the original Game Boy. You know, you've got 4 buttons over here, which is quite interesting. There's 3 buttons here as well, but the screen looks relatively the same size. It's got the same sort of grip piece on the side and the power switch on the bottom. Not quite sure why there's a connection there on the bottom, which looks to be a Famicom. Oh no. GameKids is an 8-bit TV game console. Okay, TV game console with an LCD display which can be used either for handheld play or easy plug-and-play operation with television. There's 3 different colours. You've got the orange, the green and the blue. We've got extra joystick in Supragun. LCD games, off TV games. You've got audio, video cables, you've got DC in, games cartridge. Wow, that's quite cool. That slots into the top there. And the RF unit. Absolutely excellent. I'm very excited. The branding is really cool, but they've obviously just robbed it from Nintendo, so not really a lot of props to them. Cool. The friendly computer games for smart kids. Not for dumb ones. You can only buy this if your kids are smart. Oh goodness. Now that is a package of cheapness. Yeah, that doesn't actually weigh anything at all. It's all cheap, like a bird. What a terrible joke. So we have a very nice gun. Is that not what James Bond uses? I think that is the same gun that James Bond uses. We've got the GameKids Advance controller, which is kind of like a PS1 controller type thing. Very cheap plastic. We've got 6 buttons. D-pads, actually. Very nice. What else have we got? We've got our RF, that's our audio video cables, and we've also got our RF cable there. We've got a cartridge, the Super Game and Keyboard cartridge. Looks very much like an original Game Boy cartridge. And the adapter for presumably Famicom games. So that is going to be quite cool. We can actually play Famicom games on our fake Game Boy. And then last but certainly least, we have the GameKids Advance. Now, what's going on with the screen? Why is it like a little 1" by 2" thing? Look, that is clickbait right there. That's absolutely horrendous. For some reason, they thought yellow buttons would look nice on it as well. That's a horrendous design choice. But yeah, I mean, besides that, it feels awful, but it does feel quite solid. It takes 2 AAA batteries. I need to go and get some of those. As I said, we've got a Famicom controller port on the bottom to plug in your different peripherals and stuff. Cartridge on the back, AV, DC. It looks fairly similar. It does look a lot like a Game Boy Advance, as you can definitely see there. That screen is hilarious though. But anyway, I'm going to go and get some AAA batteries and we'll just see what the built-in games are like. Okay, so this is quite exciting. So let's see what happens when we plug in this cartridge and turn it on. Does that... Oh, no. This cartridge doesn't do anything. Maybe that's got Famicom games on it. The speaker is quite loud. How do we turn that down? There is no way to turn that down. You've either got mute or you've got music. Okay, so it looks like there's some sort of a platformer game going on here. That's quite nice. Right, how do we press start? Okay, start. There we go. So, 109. Wait a minute. So I have figured out what is going on, I think. It looks like we've got 3 games. So we've got this one here, which is a a platformer. Kind of looks a little bit like a Mario type platformer. And then we've got a Tetris copy, which is going to be fun, I'm sure. And then lastly, a sort of a space shooter type game. And then I think scrolling through this on the side gets you through different difficulty levels. So what we shall do is start off with the space shooter one. Here we go. How do we fire? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. So what are we doing here? We're just shooting stuff and seeing how long we can last for? Surely that's not how you're actually meant to play like that. I really can't tell what's going on. Plus that music's making me go insane. So let's forget about that one because that's absolutely terrible, and move on to the Tetris one, which will hopefully be better. Oh, look at this! It's actually Tetris. It's good. It's a good Tetris. Move that over there. Yeah, this is very playable. Okay, the Tetris is good. It's gotten some brownie points for the Tetris. Oh, that is a very playable game of Tetris. Happy days. Okay, moving on to the final one then. Reset. X is to fire. A is to jump. This one does nothing. And then that one does nothing. Okay, this is good. I love that. Right, jump. There's so much ghosting. It's unbelievable. I died to something. What did I die to? What am I dying to? Is that Oh, I fell off. Okay. What am I dying to here? Ah, it's an enemy. You can see it moving around. There we go. I killed it. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, I died again. Not too bad. Pretty weak that it's only got 3 games in there, because there's definitely a lot of other things which have far more than 3 games in there. Let's try and set up the Famicom one and see how that plays. So what I've done, just to add a load of confusion, because I can, I've plugged in the GameKids Advance into the Game Boy Advance using this AV video converter that I've done a video on up here, and I've got a little speaker plugged in so we can actually hear it going. So let's turn that on. Fantastic. And now we shall turn on the GameKids Advance. And nothing displays, so maybe we need the Super Game and Keyboard plugged into it. Let's plug that in and turn that on. Oh! Wow! The sound is working. This is fantastic. Okay, so I can hardly see the screen, and I don't think it's in English. There's quite a lot of games in there, but I just can't quite read anything. Let's just click on the first one, and how do we start this one? Oh, it's Super Mario. Look at that. Can you even see that? It's very washed out as well, but that might be down to my video converter. Here we go. Can I come here, gun? This is what the gun's used for. Right, hopefully you can see some of that. I mean, what's very difficult is there's so many very fragile and delicate loose cables, because the connections are all cheap, coming out of this Game Boy, and you have to play it on this because the controller that plugs in is only for player 2. So that's nice and logical. But yeah, this is working. It's working. It's not good, but it is working. Okay, let's turn that off. That's awful. Right, let's just plug in the adapter, because that is the coolest part. So we're gonna just push that into there, and then presumably this goes into here. Yeah, that's not going in. I miss reviewing nice things. This is painful. Could you imagine if little Jimmy was bought this for Christmas? Mummy, I want the Game Boy Advance for Christmas. Don't worry, little Jimmy. Santa's gonna get you the Game Boy Advance. Except he's on a budget this year. If this actually works, I'll be very surprised. Okay, everything on. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, this controller does not work, confirmed. It only will work for 2-player. So that means, yeah, that's gonna go well, isn't it? Yeah, it's loving that. Yeah, that looks absolutely fantastic. Right, so you just have to hold your finger behind that just to prop it all up and stop it from breaking. Let's press start. No, that's not. No, it's frozen. Oh yeah, that's the right speed. Oh yeah, do you remember when Super Mario was in space? Yeah. Oh, this is, you know what? I've got nothing bad to say about this. It's just, oh look, it's just sped up there for a minute. It's not sure what it's doing. Right, I mean, look, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. It's absolutely horrendous. But what did we expect? It was called the GameKids Advance. It's cheap. It's crap. It's bad. I love it. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if you were expecting something more. I wasn't, if I'm honest with you. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Goodbye.